Yo, so disclaimer, this video has a few bad words in it, so I don't recommend to watch this video if you can't handle a few N-words. This is how I do shading, not you. You don't have to follow them exactly step by step. Alright, so first things first, we got this little gumball animation I made like 2 weeks ago, maybe even a month ago at this point, I don't know. Alright, so back on topic. As you can see, there is a background here, obviously, but there isn't really any obvious light source anywhere in the picture. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, this right here is like some 3rd grade bullshit, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I got no choice. But look, so when the sun casts light on an object, right, only one side of the object gets the light like bounce off of it, like full on, bro, which means that the light being casted onto this thing right here can't travel through the thing all the way through, so there's a shadow right there, which means that the shadow is the exact opposite of where the sun is facing. Does that make sense? Well, I sure hope so, because I'm going off of that for the whole video. Okay, so shading here is pretty easy. All you do is copy and paste the entire layer, then color each frame into a dark color that matches the environment. Then you set that layer into a darkened layer using the new blending tool they added. Then you set the opacity to like a smooth 50, 40, depends on your preference. And then you color in each and every frame for the entire animation. And now it's time for the most tedious part. Yo, FlipAClip is so cool, bro. They have all these cool new features like the new time-lapse tool, the new blending mode stuff, things like that, right? But they can't add a masking tool. Ibis Paint has a masking tool. Ibis Paint, nigga. They added 17 new brushes, bro, and they're all ass. They're all so situational. Look at this brush, dude. Man, ain't nobody using this shit. But with the way it is now, all you do is get the eraser tool, and then you erase the edges with a feather of 60, maybe even 80. Don't worry though, it gets a whole lot easier from here. What you do now is you make a new layer and make that layer into a color dodge layer. Then you trace the erase parts with the color dodge tool with the dark color pen. Now I recommend to use a dark gray color because it looks the best when it comes to color dodge layers. By the way, this is purely optional, but if you want, you could turn on the glow effect so that you can have a subtle bloom effect. And bro, if you don't know what bloom is, oh bro, you have a lot to learn. But hey, that's why I'm here, to teach. So as an example, you can see this jump ball here from Sonic Unleashed, which is like the most beautiful jump ball of any Sonic game of all time. But as you can see, the jump ball itself is a bright bluish white color, but around it is like a dark blue blur effect, and that's what bloom is right there. That's the best way I can put it. And this can go for anything that's like light, as long as the camera is focusing on darks rather than white. But yeah, that's about it. Just follow those steps for each and every frame of the animation and you're done. But if you want to transcend time and space and go further beyond than this, I got you, bro. Bro, my biggest tip right now to give you for like shading characters or shading outside the characters, like the backgrounds or whatever, is to look. Use overlay layers, bro. I cannot stress this shit enough, bro. That shit looks good. But don't go all willy-nilly using that shit everywhere. No. Use it only in certain spots that it needs it, bro. Cause like the sides of the screens, or maybe even the bottom of the screen. You can also copy and paste a darkened layer to have a cool lighting effect by turning it to color dodge and lowering the opacity down a little bit so that it looks a lot more in tune with the environment. Well, that's it for the character shading. If you want to know about stuff like... Wait a second. What? I have to restart the whole entire video over again because FlipAClip just now decided to add the masking tool after I already recorded the whole video without the masking tool. I mean, like, yeah, I'm glad to have it, it makes shading a whole lot easier, but like, damn, nigga, you couldn't wait like 2 days until after I finished posting this video? Because now I can't post it the way it is without the masking tool in it, because if I do, people would be like, oh yeah, by the way, they added the masking tool, bro. This video sucks, bro. There's no masking tool. Like, yeah, I know! Let's run it back, restart the video, but this time with the masking tool. So once again, we have this animation here, and to shade it now with the clipping mask, all you have to do is get a pen, right? Make the pen the color that matches the environment. Make the size big as hell. And then all you have to do after that is scribble all over the character. That's all you have to do is scribble over the character. You don't have to copy and paste each and every frame anymore and color it in. No, that's gone. Thank God.
What is that?
Nah. What is this, bro? Like, bro, I swear, with every good update on this app, there's always a catch to it, man. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. But look, for the shading, it's the exact same way as it was before, but with the power of the clipping mask. Lighting is the same too, except now that you could erase it for one frame and then copy and paste it along the entirety of the animation. You don't have to erase it all for each frame unless you want to do that, which, go ahead, be my guest, waste your time. Yo, so do you know how I said that overlay is like the best blending mode for shading? Guess what, dude? I mean that times 10! Alright, look, get your blending mode, turn that shit to overlay, and then get black and color all the edges of the screen. The bottom, the left, the right, clip that to the character running, and then look at it. And now it's time for the optional stuff once again. Well, my shading isn't always a solid color. It's like a gradient so that it looks more realistic, I guess. I don't know, bro. But look, so what I do is I make a new layer. I make that layer into a darkened layer. Then I make the color darker than the other layer. I draw, I erase it with a full feather of 100. Then I stretch it out, and then it looks like a subtle gradient. So that's about it for the shading of the characters. This video is already long as fuck, so I'm going to be doing a speedrun tutorial on the next two examples, so let's get right into it. Alright, so as you can see, Gumball is in the background. He's in the shadow, but he's not fully in the shadow. Whatever thing is casting the shadow onto him is not tall enough to fully engulf him in the darkness of the shadow, so which means that half his body will be covered with light. As an example, this isn't real, but like if there was a shadow being casted onto his head right there, that's how it would look like. Alright, so we have Gumball here, and he's in the background. He's not in the light, he's in the shadows, but he's like mad close to the light, which means that the light will be bouncing off of the floor onto him, so he'll have a yellow light going off of him from the bottom up. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, then damn. So after all that's done, it should look like this, and that's about it. Hey guys, it's me. So yeah, real quick, I want to apologize for this video being this long, first of all. Second of all, this video taking this long to come out, because as of right now, it's already 4 p.m. and it's coming out today. So I need to hurry this up. And yeah, I know this video is long as fuck, so for those of you who want to get to the point, here is a TODW part real quick. So for shading, all I do is get a character, get the animation, whatever, all that stuff. I copy and paste the layer, and then I color it all in with a dark color that matches the environment. I set that layer into a darkened layer, and I lower down the opacity to like a 50-80. And then for lighting, all I do is I erase the edges of the darkened layer, and then I make a new layer and make that into a color dodge layer. And then I trace the erased parts with the color dodge tool, and then I turn on the glow effect because I'm a lazy bum and I hate doing bloom myself. So after all of that, I put on a overlay vignette. I don't know how to say it, but the black edge screen thing, but that's without the clipping mask. But don't worry though, it's the same exact thing with it, except instead of having to copy and paste every frame, making it all a darker color, I don't do that. I just scribble over the character and then have it clip to the character. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate y'all sticking to the end of this video, unless y'all skipped ahead. Shame on you if that's what you did. Nah, I'm playing. But like, actually, yo, thank you guys for letting me hit 15,000 subscribers. Like, golly, bro, I would never think I would hit that milestone in my entire life, bro. But I did, all thanks to you guys. So yeah, I have a few videos planned for this month and next month too. Hopefully y'all like them. If not, then screw off.